Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So we will start with a little quote today. So, gaslighting, it is not about convincing you of a different reality. It is about making you doubt your own. They didn't need you to believe their version. They needed you to stop trusting yours. I repeat, gaslighting isn't about convincing you of a different reality, it's about making you doubt your own. They didn't need you to believe their version, they needed you to stop trusting yours, right? So the intention between gaslighting, of course, it is to try to convince you of what they want you to believe, right? But the most important part, it is to instill doubt in you, for you to doubt yourself. This is the true intention behind gaslighting. So pay very, very close attention when people are doing that, because once you doubt yourself, in fact, you have lost your alignment, you have lost your truth, and then they can manipulate you however they want, in fact, because you don't trust yourself. So pay very close attention, right? Some people grew up with gaslighting, and so they are always doubting themselves. And not only is it absolutely draining, because you spend your time truly doubting yourself, and it is simply because this is what you have in your family, right? But also, it's very, very easy then to manipulate you. So please pay attention to that. Gaslighters are truly destroying your sense of self, in fact, right? So let's get into a reading. Before we start, just a reminder, this is a collective reading, which means that it is a group reading, so it might be for you, it might be partly for you, it might not be for you. You are already supposed to know what we are talking about. I'm just here in order to give you a little bit more information, a little bit more insights, maybe confirmation. If we are talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender, but the energy from where someone is operating. So apply it however it applies to the roles in your life. And this can be past, present, or future. So let's see. What are we going to talk about today? Look, honesty in reverse. Yep. Let's see. Honesty in reverse, secret in reverse. So, what are we going to talk about today? Trick. Plans in reverse, past in reverse. Trick. Plans in reverse, past in reverse, unfriendly, travel in reverse, honesty, support, secrets, negative in reverse. Okay. Support, secrets, negative. Kind of feel here that somebody is stuck. They need to make a choice in order to unstuck themselves. Apparently they are not doing this choice. We're talking about somebody who did something to you in the past. Kind of feel that they might have betrayed you. But we are talking about what is going on right now. Whatever plans they had, it didn't work, right? they were trying to manipulate a situation, and at the end of the day, it kind of feels that it has backfired. We are talking about plans that they had, or like the way that they were hoping to handle a situation was maybe by manipulating a situation, meaning trying to control the outcome. It can be with lies, smear campaign, obviously. It can also be by forging documents, making up false proofs. This is what I kind of feel that is related to you here, with the plans in the second position in reverse, and it has backfired. It has backfired, and it is something that they did in the past, but it is backfiring right now, and it shows, in fact, they might have said that put all the responsibility of the outcome of a situation or the way that they acted. They have pretended that it is all because you were toxic, you acted from a very mean place. But it kind of comes to the light that it's not true, that it's absolutely not true, that you have been supportive. And I kind of feel now that people understand that somebody was hiding here a lot of secrets, and that in fact you have never been negative in any way. You didn't try to trick somebody else, they did. Kind of feel that we might be here in a situation where somebody has projected on you what they did, in fact. So they have been unfriendly, dishonest, they wanted to block you, they made up all kind of plans in order to manipulate a situation. They are saying that whatever they did that was negative, that was unkind, that it was in reaction to something that you did, but in fact it's not the case. It's not the case. Let's see, I want to take a few cards from here. Let me put this here, and I'll put this also in place. We're going to get into the tarot and get more information, but I would like first to take here a few cards. You know, we might even... This won't apply to everyone, but I kind of feel that it can apply to some people. We might be talking about a family who try to have kind of a power of attorney over you in order to try to control you. If you are part of a dysfunctional family, you are the cycle breaker, you are the black sheep, and you decided to take distance, protect yourself. Maybe there is some kind of financial element to it, that they want to have control over your money, something like that, and they pretended that whatever they did, it was out of support. And it's not true. It's not true, right? And I kind of feel that whatever situation we are talking about that is related to what I told you before, it doesn't have to be family, and it doesn't have to be this narrative, right? But they are still hiding a lot of things. There are things that you don't know, you are not aware of. You might feel intuitively, but you are not aware of everything. And maybe you know that you are not aware of everything here. Yeah, they are presenting themselves to be someone that they are not. But the thing is that I kind of feel that they are so obsessively talking about you. Like you are in their mouth all the time. They are trying to convince people of who you are, but they are doing it intensively. I see, you know, this hammer. They are trying to hammer ideas in people's mind about you, right? And it's the kind of thing that they are doing in order to try to control the narrative, because they feel stressed out. They are burdened. They know that they did something that it's not okay. But at the end of the day, this is also what reveals the fact that they are obsessed with you. You are always, always, always in their mouth, and they are always trying to paint some kind of narrative about you. But here we have kind of a surprise. So I kind of feel here that we might be talking about the Tower, for example, that something is coming up. Yeah, we might be talking here about money. There might be some kind of money element here, that they want control over your money, or they want to take your money, or they stole you and they are trying to justify why they stole you, and say that no, I didn't steal them, I wanted to protect them, or they stole me, so I just stole again. You know, something like that. But I kind of feel here that there is place for celebration with this balloon here. Okay, let's put this to the side and let's get into the tarot. Let's see that you can see everything. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. Okay, which deck do I want to use? I think I want to use this one. Here. Oh, you know what? Let's go to the classic tarot. I didn't use the classic tarot since a lot of time. So, let's see what are we getting about this situation and what's going on right now. Wait, I want to check that I truly took out every card, because sometimes there's a card that stays stuck. Yeah, I wanted to be sure that it's not the case. So, let's see. I love to see this honesty in the sixth position, because I kind of feel that there is some kind of truth coming out. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We have the Nine of Pentacles here and the Judgment. Yeah, we might be talking here about there might be some kind of financial aspect here. What seems to be coming out, it is that, in fact, you are very comfortable, right? You are comfortable. You have a healthy relationship with money. And this is kind of what puts a light on their lies, because they might have said, for example, that you don't know how to handle your money, and this is why they stole, they took, they try to control you, they try to have some kind of power of attorney over you. They might have painted you as irresponsible. They might have said maybe that you have some kind of addiction, something like that. This Nine of Pentacles here reveals a lot of abundance and a lot of stability. And this abundance and this stability is putting a light on their lies, right? We have the Judgment here. Wait, I want to turn this card and I want to see that you can... Yeah, all good. All good. Yeah, they might have presented you as somebody very naive, but there is no illusions and confusion anymore that they were acting. In fact, they had a whole plan. They were acting, in fact, in very... this is corruption. This is no morality, no integrity, no ethics. Yeah, someone, this might be someone, if we are talking about a family, for example, right? They might present themselves as being, having high morality or following some kind of tradition. You know, if you are feminine and it's a masculine, that took from you or tried to have this power of attorney over you. It might be that in their mind, they need to be in control of your money. This is the way that it works. We might be talking about an ex also, a spouse, something like that. And so in their mind, this is the traditional way of doing it. But in fact, it's fake. It's fake. They are just trying to have some kind of control over you. And they are pretending that you are naive, that you are unable to take care of yourself. But everybody can see that it's not the case, because they are presenting you as this Page of Cups, but people see that you are a Nine of Pentacles. Look at the difference of energy. This is somebody very, very young. It can be a child. This can be a dreamer. Right? And no, we have here the Pentacles where in stability, the Nine, somebody truly accomplished, that knows how to take care of their own things. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah, there are no more confusion and illusion. Who is honest and who is not? This is not somebody honest. This is someone who will pretend, maybe, that they are very traditional and very respectful of morality and values. It's BS. There was a whole plan here. There was a whole plan. They were already expecting to see the results of a long time plan. Let's see. What appears clearly here, it is that people are making a judgment about the support that they pretended that they gave to you. There was no support there. No support. And here, considering how things are placed, I truly see that this Nine of Pentacles that represent your energy, it is showing that you needed to do it independently by yourself. And considering whatever I see here, not only did you have to do it by yourself with no support, but even opposite to that, people trying to block you. Trying to block every plan that you have, any ability to bring to yourself some kind of abundance. I wouldn't be surprised to see the smear campaign card here. Maybe when you were talking about good things that were happening to you, maybe people that you would work with, they would find a way to tell to this person not to work with you or to pay attention. You know, I just want to tell you, pay attention. They are weird, they are dishonest, they are this, they are that. This is kind of the vibe that I feel here. Someone that behind your back is trying to ruin everything. Yeah, lies, manipulation, in order to try to put you off balance. This is the intention, putting you off balance with lies, manipulation, lack of clarity. Coming back to the quote that I said in the beginning, this is lack of mental clarity. This is mental fog. This is someone who will try to brainwash you, convince you that you cannot trust yourself. Right? Okay. The intention is very clear. Put you off balance. Tell me more here, please. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation in order to hold on to you or your money. You or your money. I kind of feel here that we might be talking about family. When I say family, it can be family, the family that you grew up with. We might be talking about the family that you built. But they were trying to hold on to something very, very, very tightly. And they were trying to hold on to it by emotionally manipulating you and others. What else should the collective be aware of here? Yeah, we are talking about big money. We are talking about big money, and yeah, listen, there is teamwork here. We are not talking about one person. We are not, it's not one person. It's a group of people working together. I guess that we might be talking here. There might be some kind of inheritance that they don't want you to have access to. They don't want you to have. They want to use it themselves. They are presenting themselves as being somebody very, very responsible, doing the right choices. I'm thinking about this card with the Hierophant in reverse that we saw before. We might have someone here. Let's say that you are a feminine and we are talking about a masculine. And they are presenting themselves as, let's say that your father passed away and we are talking about a sibling. They are meant to take control over the family money, even though that maybe your father has left you specifically money, right? But no, they are pretending that your money is the family money because they have to be in charge, because this is how it works. They are the ones that understand about money. But in fact, it's all because they want to hold on to your money. It's all lies and manipulations. Yeah, we have a whole group here working together. This is a whole group. And when I say a whole group, it might be the family system, or it might be also someone who is I kind of feel that it's the whole family system. Maybe you are the one who has inherited from the most, or even not. Maybe they have also inherited, but they want your part. Tell me more here, please. Yeah. Working diligently to have things go their way. This might be their full-time job. You might think that they are going to work. No, they are not going to work. They are going to plan how to be a master thief. This is what they are doing. Yeah. They want to be in control of the situation. They want their plans to move forward. And they are putting a lot of work and a lot of energy into it. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, exactly. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, we are talking here about a plan that was put in place a long time ago. By the time you might have realized that there was something going on, it was already put in place since a very, very, very long time. Yeah, they were acting in the dark. And I feel that when you might have been asking for some questions, you didn't get straight answers. It is the kind, right, that let's say, here's a scenario, right, just to make the idea clear, that you inherited, and so now you want to be in charge of your money. And so you are asking questions, because we are talking here about a King of Pentacles, somebody that understands about business, right? And so you are asking questions related to money matters. You want to understand, you want to learn. They will explain you things in such a complicated way just for you to feel that you don't understand. It is very, very intentional. Instead of telling you this is yellow, they will tell you this is the opposite of purple. Just for you to feel like if you're dumb, like if it is too big on you, because they want you to feel that you are unable to take care of the finances. So they will make it extra complicated. And when you are trying to get more information, they make you feel very, very stupid. They make you feel dumb. It is intentional. It is, they are short-tempered, and they're saying, what, how don't you understand? I just told you what it was. Understood? Those kind of things. In order for you truly to be afraid to ask and to feel that you are incapable. But it is all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. Yeah, here we have the smear campaign card. Yeah, Hangman, it kind of feels that you see things from a very different perspective now. I kind of feel that there is something that happened that has awakened you. This is illumination. You might have felt that there was something weird. You might have felt, in fact, that they were they were hiding things, right? There was something stinky. And so I kind of feel that you might have stepped back and observed, and you understood here something. You understood that there was something fishy. Something fishy. You might not have understood the whole plan, but you might have understood that they were trying to hold on to something that they shouldn't have, or that they were trying to block you, that they were intentionally not giving you answers. What else should the collective be aware of here? Yeah, intuitively you understood. Intuitively you understood, and I kind of feel that one of the things that you understood, the card came out like this. You might have want to learn. We are with the page, it is a learner, we are talking about finances or concrete things. So look at how they are observing. They want to learn. This is someone truly wanting to check things out. They want to learn. They want to know. And you might have felt that they are not giving you answers. They are not giving you answers. They don't want you to learn. They don't want you to see. They don't want you to get into their business. Might be talking about a spouse who wants to control you, doesn't want to give you money, doesn't want you to know what's going on in the business, because maybe you got married without a marriage contract, you know, a prenup. And so they're hiding. They're hiding part of what's going on. But intuitively you could feel something here. We have the Hangman and the High Priestess. Yeah, you could feel something. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, they didn't want you to find out something. Tell me more here, please. What should the collective be aware of? They didn't want you to be able to step back. I don't know if you talked about divorce. I don't know if you spoke about going no contact. If maybe you are asking questions, you are less afraid to be confrontational. all those kind of things. They didn't want you to have any control. This was the idea. It was for you to truly feel that if you wanted to leave or take control of your life, take control of your money, take control maybe even of your children, that you are unable to do it. Unable to do it. And I kind of feel that since years and years and years, whoever we are talking about here, they were trying to make you doubt of yourself. Going back to what I said in the beginning, you know what, the quote, making you doubt of yourself, making you doubt of your capabilities, your abilities. Don't know why, what I'm getting here, it's dissociation of yourself. Like you don't trust yourself. You don't trust that you can manage by yourself. It's fake. It's fake. It's all in order to control you. They know that you can absolutely handle whatever you need to handle. They know that. They don't want you to know that. And we saw in the pack here the smear campaign card. So I kind of feel that they took a lot of people to their side, convincing them truly that you are unable to manage yourself. Tell me more here, please. What should the collective be aware of? Their biggest issue was when you started to heal. This was their biggest issue. When you started to awaken, when you stopped doubting yourself. Maybe you did something for yourself, and it might be as simple as taking care of your physical appearance, or deciding to go to study, or allowing yourself to have a few friends of yourself. Maybe if we're talking about a family system here, you decided to go and live somewhere else. You did something that signals to them that there is a risk for you to cut the trauma bond. And their arrogant ass, entitled ass, couldn't stand it. They couldn't stand it. They needed you to be in doubt of yourself. This is what they needed. Yeah, and they were ready to do everything. This is gaslighting, this is manipulating, this is saying whatever they need to say in order to win at all cost. Yeah, they wanted to block you. They truly wanted you to doubt of yourself. This is what they wanted. And when this didn't work, ideally, if you could have disappeared, the death is in reverse. So it means if you could disappear, it would be totally convenient for them. They might have sent towards you a lot of attacks. Huh? Look. A lot of attacks, a lot of people trying to manipulate you, to make you feel weak, to make you doubt of yourself. This is a master manipulator here. The moment that they felt that you were taking back some kind of power, that you were gaining awareness about some talents that you may have, you might have felt at the moment that you did something for yourself, or that people started to compliment you about something that you were doing, they were more and more destructive and bitter. You might have felt that they were never happy for you. If somebody would have said something nice, they would have said something to try to, you know, if you go to them and you are happy because something positive is happening, then they would have said something to try to kill your mood. And then you would have said something and they would have said, yeah, you cannot take a joke, you are too sensitive. Something like that. They felt threatened because they saw that you started to understand your value. Maybe you always knew your value. Maybe you were trying to be patient with them. Might also be. But I think that at the moment you understood that the plan might be much more evil than what you thought. You might not have thought that the plan was evil. Maybe they have succeeded to make you gaslight yourself about the reality of what was going on. Tell me more here, please. Yeah. You decided to go to calmer waters. You did something allowing yourself to get out of the mental fog that they created in you. And you were able to see the truth. You did something. You took some kind of distance. And when I'm saying some kind of distance, if I'm talking about family, you might have gone and lived 2 hours away, for example, right? And if we are talking, let's say, about the family that you created, so you might have started to do some kind of workshop, some kind of way allowing you to have a space of yourself, And this has allowed you to have some oxygen, some air, see something else, have some breathing time. And this breathing time was the beginning of you starting to see the truth for what it is. That in fact they were trying to keep you in a mental prison, they were trying to keep you stuck, blind, that you were not getting the answers. They wanted you to be in a stalemate position, unable to see the reality for what it is. But the moment that you did whatever you did in order to go towards calmer water, take distance to go to calmer water, it was over. It was over because you got illuminated about the truth. Once you were out of this mental fog, you could see the truth. Okay. Let's see. Closure. One second. Closure, please. Yeah. You were very, very patient. Very, very patient, and you took the time when you started intuitively to feel that they were trying to block you. You took the time to observe what was going on. Once the veil was lifted, you looked back and you revisited all kind of things that they said to you and all kind of events that happened in the past. You saw it with a very new light. You know, it's like you are... You know, it's like when you are watching a movie as a child and then you are watching the movie again 20 years later with another level of maturity and understanding, and suddenly you understand things in a very, very different way. Like things that they said, things that... This is kind of what I feel that is happening here. Yeah, you understood that they don't want you to be happy. That you needed to truly choose yourself. That their level of morality and your level of morality are not the same. That you needed to make a choice. And the choice that you needed to make, it was to close this cycle. You needed to close this cycle. Yeah? And take care of yourself, being independently yourself, because their intention was to block you. And I feel that you did it in a very intelligent way. You might not have fought with them from fighting. You might have simply put boundaries, observe, step back, not making too much noise. I kind of feel that you might have understood that there was no reason to. It wouldn't help you. And it took you out of this mental prison that they were trying to keep you into. Yeah. A lot of things that were hidden, but you are very intuitive. Very, very intuitive. There was a lot of gossip. They used the gossip in order to try to control you. Your whole environment might have believed lies about you because they wanted to control you. It was all about control. Trying to control a Queen of Wands. You cannot control a Queen of Wands. You can't. They thought that they succeeded to have control over you. But they didn't. They didn't. They lost. They tried to create a catastrophe in your life. It didn't work because you were observing. You were observing, and what you realized, it is that you were dealing with very, very mean people. Mean people. People who didn't care about you. It's hard. It's a hard lesson to learn. Especially if it's your family, the one that you're coming from, the one that you created. Yeah, very painful. Very painful. But apparently you see things very clearly, so this might just be healing your heart. You know, sometimes hearing our own story said out loud, putting the words on things that you might not have been able to because you were in the midst of it, and in our brain, feelings and words are not together, so we truly need to learn how to express feelings. It doesn't come naturally. It's in two very separate places in our brain. So if ever you are very emotional and you don't succeed to find the words, it's very normal. It's very normal. And just know that manipulative people, controlling people, they know that. So this is why they are trying to provoke you in order to create an emotional reaction inside of you, because they know that then it will be much easier for them to manipulate you with words. You won't be able to answer because you are emotional. They know that. So I hope that it was helpful. I'll see you in the comments. Wishing you a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching this. Until very, very soon. Bye.